If you think you do get amnesia, got a problem, I'm subtracting you like a mad teacher. I'm that lethal like a threat to a mass preacher. I send you up to Christ if you crossing your act even. Preparation means opportunity, maybe. Being great is ambiguity, baby. Too much at stake for your foolery, ain't it crazy? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, you won't phase me. You ain't really hard like you imagining. Bragging about being toxic, but you ain't really that hazardous. Rap God, if you don't believe in me, then it's blasphemous. Everything that you are is an acronym to my adjectives. But I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we got a great one in store, as it'll be the Desperados of Brooklyn taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jackson looking to throw right away. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And Charbonnet once again. And now off to the races, down the right side. Down the right sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 51 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Charbonnet. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Jackson going to change things up a bit.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd down, here's Charbonnet. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Jackson to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Nolan Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This a 31-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll run it again with Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Herbert on third down now. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds, but no one's going to have a chance at it.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
and
that
a really
one.
good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the
A little bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He may go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Lamar Jackson, 68 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 10-3. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be... So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Herbert. This goes out wide for Nixon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 4 and 5. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
Another day in the office.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And that's good for the Seahawks.
Out to Roberts here on the quick pass. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Jackson. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. Meadows. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On the toss to Charbonnet. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Zach Charbonnet, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Herbert. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw here, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On the give, here's Charbonnet. The 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Zach Charbonnet with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Herbert off of play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, 61 yards. And the Desperados get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Herbert now. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there with every 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Meadows, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the option, it's Charbonnet. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Herbert's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Play action. It's Herbert. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Henry up the middle. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's man at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
2nd down and 4. They'll run it here with Charbonnet. Fights him off. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give here to Charbonnet on the option. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On the carry, Charbonnet. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Charbonnet. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 161 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship.
Like a playoff game.
This 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He's going to let it fly. All wide open, complete, touchdown. Quez Watkins, 78 yards. And the Desperados get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And somewhat surprisingly, a fair catch called for on the short kick, so no return, and they'll begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it would appear that that first round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
A 10-yard gain. But it's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And this is taken in at the 5. Give him 30 yards there. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Mixon. Touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Seahawks 41, Desperados 27. Jake Elliott set to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. There he goes, right side. He's on his way. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Zach Charbonnet saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Herbert on first down now. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
One last throw here for Herbert. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the